Okay, so I've got a couple questions about how to answer this short answer. And so I'll give you a few tips, tricks, things to keep in mind. So, one, when we're looking at a short answer question, when you're looking at sources, always look at who is talking first. So, for example, here we have Abul Hassan al Masudi, and I apologize if I butchered that name, who is a 10th century Muslim traveler, and he is describing East Africa. You're immediately going to go, East Africa? Well, I don't think we've talked about that at all. You're right. In your notes, we talked about West Africa. So this may not be something you know that much about. Okay, no worries. Let's see what it actually says. To go back to the Zanj and their kings, these are known as Wafalme, which means the son of the great lord, since he is chosen to govern them justly. If he is tyrannical or strays from the truth, they kill him and exclude his seed from the throne, for they consider that in acting wrongfully he forfeits his position as the son of the Lord, the king of heaven and earth. They call God Malkinilfulu. I'm sorry, I just butchered that. Malkina Ijula is what I'm going to try, which means great lord. You guys will learn my pronunciations are absolutely terrible. I apologize. The Zanj have an elegant language and the men who preach it. One of their holy men will often gather a crowd and exhort his hearers to please God in their lives and be obedient to him. He explains the punishments that follow upon disobedience and reminds them of their ancestors and kings of old. These people have no religious law. Their kings rule by custom and by political expediency. Okay, so sometimes when you're looking at these short answer questions, you're going to go, who the heck are the Zanj? We haven't talked about them. He's talking about a group in East Africa. He's not asking you to know about the Zanj before this. He's asking you to see what you see here and apply that to the questions below. So, A, how does the relationship between government and religion in the Zanj differ from the same relationship in Dar al-Islam? When we say Dar al-Islam, I'm just saying the Islamic world in general. Dar al-Islam is a fancy word for House of Islam. All right, that's what that term means. Anything that applies to under the Islamic world. Okay. B, identify and explain the impact of Islam on West Africa. Aha, in your notes. Check out that Mansa Musa video. That will be super helpful. C, identify and explain a similarity between the attitudes towards the role of governmental leaders in Zanj and ancient China. All right, now this one I kind of threw you for a loop. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to tell you. You want to look up Mandate of Heaven. Apply what you hear about Mandate of Heaven here. But for kicks and giggles, I'll tell you. Essentially, the Mandate of Heaven is a Chinese notion that the emperor has the mandate of heaven, has the blessing of the gods or God, however any Chinese emperor would define it in their dynasties. And basically that, in general, during their rule, it's a way to justify that's why you're king. But for example, if you're a king and like all of a sudden there's like a drought or a famine and things start to go bad, then someone could say, oh, this king has lost the mandate of heaven. Looks like they're not blessed by the gods at all. And looks like heaven hasn't given them the mandate anymore. It might be time to overthrow that king. So the mandate of heaven is a really nice way to justify your rule when things are going good. But if things outside of the control, like the weather, or there's a rebellion that sparks or whatever, then people could justify then that king, or excuse me, that emperor needs to be overthrown. In ancient China, they've lost the mandate of heaven and that someone else might have it. Okay, so that's a quick little breakdown. I just want to give you guys some tips and tricks as you're looking through this. Best of luck. Thanks. Bye.